Once, a long time ago, the earth was roamed by great creatures known as dinosaurs. Their lives were dangerous, and often food was scarce. Except for the dinosaurs who lived in the Great Valley. There, these dinosaurs found peace and happiness living together in the land before time.
Hi, welcome to the Great Valley. I'm Littlefoot, and these are my friends, Cera.
Hi!
Petrie.
Hello! Me glad to meet you.
Ducky.
Oh, yes, I am Ducky.
And Spike. There are lots of fun places to explore in the Great Valley, and each has something different for you to try.
Just click on the place in the Great Valley you want to go. Oh, yes, there are many fun things to do in the Great Valley. You should try them out. Yes, you should. Each place you go, you can win tree stars by completing activities.
Right, Cera. Then you can go to the Tree Star Forest to see movies of us.
It is so easy, even me can do it. It is easy.
It sure is. You'll find lots of neat things in the Great Valley, and when you're ready to come back here, just click on the picture of me.
And if you need more help from us, click on the question mark.
Have fun! We'll see you later.
Build-a-Dino Trivia. Dino Trivia. Bramble Maze. Build-a-Dino. Treestar Forest. Flying Games. Coloring Book. K Concentration. Make a story. Cave Concentration. Join Ducky in a fun game of Dino Trivia. To hear a question, click the new question arrow. Then select the picture which best answers the question. Good luck! What bug did Chompers want to eat?
Oh, yes, you are correct.
Chompers wanted to eat the dragonfly. You have 3 tree stars. Which of these real dinosaurs is a stegosaurus?
Yep, you got it, you got it. Yes, you do.
Stegosaurus had plates on its back and spikes on its tail for protection. You have 6 tree stars. Which of these dinos is a long neck?
Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are.
Littlefoot is a long neck. You have 7 tree stars. Which real dinosaur was once called the Brontosaurus?
Yep, you are right.
Apatosaurus was once called Brontosaurus, or thunder lizard, because it was so big that when it walked, it sounded like thunder. You have 10 tree stars. Which of these real dinosaurs is a velociraptor?
Yes, you are very good at this.
Velociraptors were quick and ferocious hunters. You have 14 tree stars. Which of these dinos is the leader of the gang?
Oh, yes, you are correct.
Littlefoot usually leads his friends on their adventures. You have 15 tree stars. Which one of these real dinosaurs had a brain the size of a walnut?
Yep, you got it. Yes, you do.
Stegosaurus's brain was the size of a walnut. even though the Stegosaurus weighed 8,000 pounds. You have 18 tree stars. Which of these dinos can fly?
Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are.
Petrie can fly. You have 19 tree stars. Which of these real dinosaurs is a Triceratops?
Yep. You are right.
Triceratops had 3 spikes on his head to fight enemies. You have 22 tree stars. Which of these dinos is a swimmer?
Yes, oh yes, you are very good at this.
Ducky is a swimmer. You have 23 tree stars. Which real dinosaur's name means roofed lizard? Dino Trivia. Maze. Help Cera find all of the missing items pictured on the big rock by moving through the Bramble Maze. When you've found all the pieces, you'll need to find the exit. But watch out for Sharptooth. If he finds you, you'll drop all your items and have to start. Build-a-Dino. Use pieces of dinosaurs found in the sinking sand to create new creatures of your own. Click on the bones in the sinking sand, then drag the pieces across the screen to put them together. Clear the screen by selecting the trash can, and print your dino by clicking the dino footprint. Make them real or imaginary. You have 24 tree stars. You have 25 tree stars. 6 tree stars. Welcome to the Tree Star Forest. Here you can join Littlefoot and his friends to view your favorite movie clips. To pick a movie, click the projector. Pick a rock to choose a movie. The number on the rock tells you how many tree stars you need to watch them. These movies are worth 5 tree stars. These movies are worth 10 tree stars. These movies are worth 15 tree stars. You have 11 tree stars.
Come on, let's get him with more rocks.
Flying games. Try to help Littlefoot or one of his friends fly across the river so they land safely in the tall grass. Click on a character to place them on the tree, then use the arrows to position the location of the tree and how far it's bent. When you're ready to make them fly, click the dinosaur holding the rope. But be careful, because the wrong setting may throw them into a rock, a tree, or even the river. To try again, click on the tree or make the game easier or harder by selecting level 1, 2, or 3. You have 12 tree stars. You have 13 tree stars. You have 14 tree stars. You have 15 tree stars. You have 16 tree stars. You have 18 tree stars. You have 20 tree stars. You have 22 tree stars. You You have 24 tree stars. You have 26 tree stars. You have 29 tree stars. You have 32 tree stars. You have 35 tree stars. You have 38 tree stars. You have 41 tree stars. Flying games. Coloring book. In this activity, you can color pictures of your favorite characters. Just pick a color from the rainbow and click the tool you want to use. If your pencil gets dull, you can sharpen it, or you can adjust your brush by dipping it in the paint can. To change the picture, click the arrows, or to print your work, click the dino footprint. Now color away. 42 trees. Make a story. Coloring book. Egg roll. Help Littlefoot get the egg to safety by placing objects on the screen to guide its path. You can drag ramps, bridges, logs, and pillows onto the screen to change the egg's direction or to help it avoid lava, cliffs, or egg thieves. When you're ready to play, click on Littlefoot to start the egg rolling or change the difficulty with level 1, 2, or 3. Now roll that egg. You have 43 trees. You have 45 trees. You have 48 trees. You have 50 tree stars. Make a story. Welcome to Make a Story. You can create a story about your favorite characters and have it read back to you. To start, pick a story by clicking one of the eggs in the nest. Sharptooth. Here comes Chompers, the sinking sand. Good. Now that you've picked a story, Try to put the sentences in the right order by dragging them up and down the list. Remember that the top of the list is the beginning of the story and the bottom is the end. Then, when you're done placing the sentences in order, create a picture for each sentence by clicking on the egg next to it. When all of the sentences have a picture, click the book to have your story read. Go ahead and create your story. On a bright sunny day, Littlefoot, Cera, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie were picking a game to play. Cera wanted the gang to play in the tall grass across the sinking sand. At the sinking sand, Petrie flew across easily, but Cera fell while jumping on the rocks. Littlefoot and the others tried and tried to free Cera, but they also became stuck. Pick the picture you want to be the background for this sentence. To select another sentence, click the book. Now that you have a background, you can add characters and objects to it. Select the types of things you'd like to add by clicking on them in the lower left. Then drag the pieces you want into the background and arrange them. When you're finished, click on the book. If you are done creating your story, click the book to hear it read. You have 50 tree stars. On a bright sunny day, Littlefoot, Cera, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie were picking a game to play. Cera wanted the gang to play in the tall grass across the sinking sand. The friends knew the sinking sand was dangerous, but decided to go anyway. At the sinking sand, Petrie flew across easily, but Cera fell while jumping on the rocks. Littlefoot and the others tried and tried to free Cera, but they also became stuck. Finally, the grown-ups came and pulled them back to safety. Early one morning, Littlefoot, Cera, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie were playing together. Suddenly, a sharp tooth appeared, growling and chasing them. Littlefoot and his friends ran as fast as they could, with a sharp tooth right behind them. The sharp tooth fell down, and Littlefoot and the others ran to the safety of the Great Valley. If you are done creating your story, click the book to hear it read. You have 50 tree stars. Early one morning, Littlefoot, Cera, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie were playing together. Suddenly, a sharp tooth appeared, growling and chasing them. Littlefoot and his friends ran as fast as they could, with a sharp tooth right behind them. The gang ran up a cliff with a big rock. When the sharp tooth got close, they pushed the rock down. The sharp tooth fell down, and Littlefoot and the others ran to the safety of the Great Valley. One day, Littlefoot and his friends were playing in the Great Valley. While they were playing, they found an egg. The egg they found was alone, without a mother or a nest. Littlefoot and his friends decided that they should take care of the egg. you are done creating your story, click the book to hear it read. You have 50 tree stars. One day, Littlefoot and his friends were playing in the Great Valley. While they were playing, they found an egg. The egg they found was alone, without a mother or a nest. Littlefoot and his friends decided that they should take care of the egg. Later, when the egg hatched, there was a baby Sharptooth inside. Littlefoot named the baby Sharptooth Chompers, and soon they all became friends. Make a story. Exit concentration. Help Spike figure out which creatures are in which caves. Select 2 caves and try to match the creatures which live inside. To change the number of caves, select level 1, 2, or 3. Now try some cave concentration. You have 50 tree stars. You have 50 tree stars. You have 50 tree stars. Exit. Help! Are you sure you want to leave the Great Valley?